It takes 2 hours to fly from Tokyo to Beijing, but for Shinzo Abe, it took almost 7 years for an official visit. China-Japan relations, which has been haunted by territorial disputes and historic issues, saw some positive progress this year. In May, Prime Minister Shinzo Abe invited his Chinese counterpart Li Keqiang to visit Japan during the China-Japan-South Korea leaders' meeting in Tokyo. And 5 months later, Mr. Abe finally came to Beijing for a 3-day visit. He met Chinese President Xi Jinping, attended the 40th anniversary celebration of the peace treaty, and addressed students and faculty at Peking University. Analysts have said Abe hoped the Beijing tour could facilitate Xi's official visit to Japan during the Tokyo G20 in 2019. Back in Japan, broadcaster NTV aired a 45-minute documentary revealing the Japanese Army's atrocities in Nanjing Massacre. For a long time, tensions between China and Japan have had their roots in some of Tokyo's policies that attempted to cover and distort this part of history. Adding to the positive momentum, Mr. Abe and his senior aides sent ritual offerings to the war-linked Yasukuni Shrine instead of visiting in person during this year's Autumn Festival, which occurred a week before Abe's visit to China. But this relationship is still far away from a real honeymoon. For now, what's making China and Japan once again stand together is probably the U.S. Tokyo's ally has increased pressure on Japan, trying to force it to narrow down the trade deficit. But their negotiation over automobiles and agriculture products will not reach the final agreement until January, when Tokyo may really reassess its relationship with Washington and Beijing. And before his visit to China, Shinzo Abe and French President Emmanuel Macron agreed to step up cooperation in promoting stability in the Indo-Pacific region, where they believe China has been increasing its influence. Yang Zhao, CGTN.